Hi there, students. Rubble. Okay, rubble is broken stones, broken concrete, broken bricks. So when they knock down a building, you'll just end up with a big pile of rubble, broken bricks, broken concrete, broken stones. And that's the idea of rubble, a loose mass of fragments of rock, masonry, crumbled up either by nature or by human forces, irregular fragments. So after the explosion, nothing was left of the house but a large pile of rubble. Fragments of broken stones, broken bricks, the debris from ruined buildings. But also you can find rubble in nature as well, where perhaps the rocks have been eroding off the surface of the cliff and the ground is just covered in rubble. The bombing reduced the town to rubble. Broken bits and pieces of anything which has been demolished, rough fragments. It could be formed by geological processes, by quarrying, by breaking down a building, and this is rubble, the remains of something that's been destroyed or broken up. There was a massive earthquake and thousands of bodies are still buried under the rubble. So the rubble is the ruins. The town was reduced to rubble. Small pieces of stone or rock. It's the piles of broken stone and bricks that are left when a building is destroyed. I think you could even have broken wood within the rubble. Yeah, and this is when a building falls down or when the building is knocked down. So it's just a mess of angular pieces of rock and masonry and concrete and cement and stones, and it's all mixed together. It's perhaps suitable for filling, for putting a base or something like that. So rubble, yes, a building site. Firstly, is probably full of rubble. You've got to take most of the rubble away. Yeah, there were piles of rubble everywhere. So yeah, the broken stones, etc., from a building or a wall that's been destroyed or damaged. Yeah, you knock down a wall, you're going to have a very large pile of rubble that you need to get rid of. Fragments of rock, one lying on top of another. Let's see. As to origin, this comes from Anglo-Norman, Rubble, but probably it's related to rubbish, but it comes from Old Norse, rubber, to huddle, to crowd together, to heap up, which comes from Proto-Germanic, rabona, to rubble, scrape. So it's this idea of all these things together. Rubble, broken stones, broken bricks, broken buildings, rough fragments, especially the demolition of buildings. The building collapsed, trapping people in the rubble. The tower is built of rubble and faced with stone. So they've used rubble to fill in the gap. Or for example, the Great Wall of China, you've got one face and another face, and the center is full of rubble. The walls are made of limestone rubble. It's built of rubble stone with ashlars on either side. Ashlars, stone blocks. Okay, so this is the idea of rubble. Rescue workers began clearing the rubble, which is a very dangerous and difficult thing. Firefighters pulled a victim out of the rubble. The building was reduced to rubble. The entire suburbs of the city have been reduced to rubble. Wreckage, remains, ruins. It's all completely broken up. It's fragments of solid material after a building has been ruined. The fortifications were knocked into rubble, the broken fragments resulting from the decay and destruction of a building. This is rubble, the ruins, the wreckage, the debris. So the foundation of the house is built from rubble, which is overlaid with concrete. A massive earthquake reduced the city to rubble. The bomb reduced the houses to rubble. The city was pounded to rubble during the war. People were trapped in the rubble. And the rubble normally doesn't decompose because it's hard, made of stone. So rubble. Formality, 5 in formality, use anywhere. Oh, it reminds me of the Flintstones, Fred Flintstone and his friend Barney Rubble. Bye for now. 5 in formality.